That's right. It's Monday night, 8 o'clock, and I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. It's July 27th, the end of the month. Can you believe it? August is next week in a couple of days. It's crazy. All right, so listen, I'm going to talk about my weekend real quick and then get to my guests. I want to say hello to Gina, everyone tuning in. Please like the show and share it. Okay, so Friday night, I got together with my girls. I got together with Alexis and Grace, and we went to a fabulous Italian restaurant called Salvatore of Elmont. And it was wonderful. We sat outside, social distance. It was delicious. So I want to give them a big shout out. And then Saturday, stuff around the house, laundry. And then I decided to go out Saturday night to Coasters for some karaoke. And we did some singing and again, social distancing and people wearing masks when they had to. And I think it was a Disney because Jen Lantini had on some Disney ears and was handing them out. So it was a fun night. And then Sunday, what did I do Sunday? Sunday was kind of like a last minute get together. My girl Gigi called me up and she said that she was going to get some people together from Bat Boy or Yankee Miracle, which is an off-Broadway show that I'm in. And Gigi plays Thurman Munson's wife, Diana. And Squeegee was there, who plays my son. And you know what? We had a really nice day. Just a really nice day. I missed my Bat Boy family. So that was my weekend. I hope everyone had a great weekend, too, and is staying cool because, everyone here in New York is hot. The humidity's through the roof. So I just want to get to my guest because, my hour goes fast. And I want to introduce you to an actor, a model, and a former WWE wrestler, and his name is Chris Atkins. Welcome, Chris, to Tea Time. How are you?
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me. I got everyone all over the world tuning in from Australia to America, so it's going to be fun.
That's amazing. I love it. You actually are Zoom virgin. This is the first time you're Zooming. So
I did confess that.
I promise I'll be gentle.
Please be gentle. It's my first time Zooming, so I just downloaded the app and I was like, how does it work out? And Bobby, the director, is trying to talk me through it, but we got there and here we are.
Yeah. So listen, hello, Kristen Tinsley. So Chris, you mentioned, you're from Australia and you have that wonderful accent. Can you tell me where in Australia your family's from?
Melbourne. So that would be kind of like the Florida positioning of America, so southeast.
Well, I have to let you know, I have family there too.
No.
Yes, they went from Italy to Australia. So no, I joke around and they say good a day.
They really do, yeah. But Melbourne's a beautiful city. I miss it. Got all my family there besides one. So, yeah, I'll get back as soon as I can.
I've never been. I'd love to go. A girlfriend of mine went. I think she said it took 24 hours for her to get there, if I'm not mistaken, from New York.
It's quite a long trip. From New York, definitely, yeah. I think it's like 15 from Los Angeles, plus whatever layovers and all that kind of stuff. So.
Well, I'd like to. They're in winter right now. It's their winter right now, right?
Yeah, I was just talking to my mom and my dad before, about an hour ago, and they're cold, freezing, and I'm looking out the window and it's all sunny.
How cold does it actually get there?
Not New York cold, not that cold. Probably like low 50s, I would say, which would be 10 degrees Celsius. I'm getting confused with Celsius and Fahrenheit now. 5 years in America, it's like
in the weather and in the winter. That sounds great to me.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to Grace for watching. Again, DB Frick is watching, Kristen's watching, Gina's watching. Thank you everyone for watching. Please share the show, like the show, and please share it. And Lantini's watching, the bartender from Coasters. That's where I danced on the bar, by the way.
Oh, so she knows you real well.
She does. So listen, you were born in Australia, and how long have you been in the States?
I've been in the States almost 5 years. Coming up October, it'll be 5 years. So,
okay. And what made you move here?
So when I was 15, my dad brought me, my sister over for a 2-week holiday to visit my uncle, who was actually lived in Los Angeles for 25 years. And I fell in love with Los Angeles. Just the palm trees, the lifestyle of it. I just loved it, and I knew I would end up here. So over the next 10 years, I was coming back and forth, I think, 8 times, because the most I could stay was 3 months. So I would come over for 3 months for a year, and then go back for a year, and all that kind of stuff. And then what made me move here was I got signed with the WWE to be a wrestler.
Yes, and let's talk about that. So, ladies, because when I posted that you were coming on, I posted a picture of you in the ring, and I posted your headshot, and then I posted another picture of you wearing something with your chest exposed, and I said you're welcome, ladies. That's what I basically said. You're welcome. So I know all the women are tuning in tonight to hear you and to see you, and I want the ladies to know that you're 6'6". You're a tall gentleman.
6'6". I wouldn't stop growing, but it does run in the family, so.
You wouldn't stop growing. So I'm vertically challenged. I'm only 5'2", being Italian. We don't have any tall genes in my family. But
good things come in small packages, so don't worry.
Thank you. But I want to. When you were younger, when you were 15, because I want to back up just a little bit before the WWE. First of all, both your parents were bodybuilders, right?
Correct. Yeah, my mom won Miss Victoria, and my dad, he competed in many shows, but being taller, it's kind of hard to fill out and compete with those little guys. So my dad's 6'5", and yeah, he competed. He looked like a giant up there. Mom competed. She was in great shape. So
you grew up around a very healthy bodybuilding family.
For sure. I remember
when you were 15, around 15, that's when you fell in love with it.
Pretty much. I remember seeing photos, because I don't clearly remember, of me being, I think, 8 or 9. They took me to their bodybuilding shows. So Mum would have all this fake tan on, and I'd see what it's all about. And then when I was 15, you can join a gym at that age in Australia, and I watched Pumping Iron and with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I thought it was amazing, and I started lifting and getting some gains, and I'm still stuck with it to this day, and I love it.
Yeah, you definitely have a regimen that we're going to get to, but when you fell in love with working out, because you were tall, very tall. I mean, you hit 6'6" at what age?
I'd say probably 21, 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, so when you started the bodybuilding, you kind of also grew into it. Did you ever compete at all like your parents?
I did. I competed. I competed in a total of 7 shows in Melbourne, Australia. I flew up to Queensland for the natural Mr. Olympia competition, which is, the best of the best. People come from all over the world in that one. So yeah, 7 shows. I did a teenage division, so I competed at 18 at my first competition, all the way up until I was 20. So 7 shows over 3 years, and I did pretty good. First show, I did 3rd place out of 17.
That's great.
And, the following year, I got 2nd out of 18. And then, what did I get? I think I got 12th out of 30 in the biggest one, the Olympia. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with those accomplishments. But funny, the feedback you get, because the guy that beat me was half my height, half my size. But that's what bodybuilding's about. It's about who's the best conditioned guy, who's most ripped, and all that kind of stuff. So
and being natural, I would assume, is much harder to get to a certain level than by using enhancements, because a lot of people do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can really only take the body so far naturally, and before you have to start using. I've never used because I didn't want a career out of bodybuilding, and I did it, and I'm glad I did it, because again, it was on my bucket list, and it's taken me to places like the WWE, because if I didn't have that size, they wouldn't have even looked at me.
Now, when you actually competed, the first time you signed with the WWE, it was under a brand called NXT.
Yeah.
Competed from what, 2016 to 2017?
2016 to, yeah, it was about just under 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So you got Monday Night Raw, and then SmackDown, which is the ones that are on TV that everyone knows, where The Rock was and John Cena and all those guys. And then underneath that is the third brand called NXT, which is like developmental, but now it's become so big and popular, it's almost like the third brand. So once you become a well-known character in NXT, then they draft you to the main roster, which is Raw or SmackDown.
Did you have a nickname when you were wrestling?
Sorry, say again?
Did you have a nickname when you were wrestling?
I was using my real name, Chris Atkins.
No, I know, but I didn't know if you had like a, you know, like another hook name.
I didn't quite get to that level of getting another name. I submitted some because you got to submit them, and then they go through a legal process to make sure they're available to use.
Ah.
So I submitted some, but it takes so long to come back. I just kept my real name. No hiding here.
Yeah. You know, there's also a famous actor named Christopher Atkins. You know that, right?
Blue Lagoon. Yeah.
Blue Lagoon, right? Exactly. Because I have Chris Atkins coming on, and I'm like, not the guy from the Blue Lagoon. No.
I know. I'm trying to overtake him on Google, so when someone Googles Christopher Atkins, I come up first, not him. You know.
Right. Exactly. Hello, David, for watching. But Kristen Tinsley said, "Did the WWE make you follow a certain diet, and did you have a certain weight that you had to wrestle at?"
No diet. They didn't hold us to any diet or kind of the way we looked. That was all on us. I think being the professionals that we had to be, you would put your time in the gym, you would eat clean, you know, show up looking your best at all times. But, you know, it depends on what the character is, because as you probably have seen some WWE, not everyone's in shape. You know, you got people that don't look like they work out, you got people who are large, but that's their character. So it's really all about character. You got your muscle men and you got your everyday looking folk. So
kind of like different categories.
Yeah, so really no strict diet or anything. I eat clean anyway because I enjoy it, and I just have for so long. That's all I know. But everyone likes a cheat meal every now and then, especially me.
Yeah, and what do you like to cheat on? Like, what do you like to, you know, indulge in when you want?
Italian food is my go-to. Lasagna, a good meatballs and spaghetti, carbonara. My mum used to make me carbonara all the time, so I think I grew up loving that. But hard to beat Italian food with a nice glass of red wine.
There you go. That sounds good to me. That's what I had Friday night. Okay, listen, we're going to take our first quick break. Please, everyone, stay where you are. More with Chris Atkins when we come back. Just a word from my sponsors. Stay.
We all get married with no intention to get divorced and want that happily ever after. Unfortunately, 50% of marriages don't survive. Kim Tinsley can help you navigate, negotiate, and mediate your divorce. Please give Kim a call at 516-972-3214. That's 516-972-3214. So where do you want to go tonight?
Are you bored?
Oh my God!
Hold on tight. We're gonna coast us.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you joined me tonight because I'm here with actor, model, and former WWE wrestler Chris Atkins, who's originally from Australia. He has a beautiful accent, and he's joining us from California. So I'm so glad you're here, Chris. We have a couple of questions. Kristen wants to know, what do you think of the rise of women in wrestling?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch the end of that one.
What do you think of the rise in women in wrestling?
Oh, it's amazing. The women's division from from what it was, how they were kind of like a side manager to the guy, just to be there for show. What it has become now, some of the matches they put on beats the guys, blows them out the water. They've main evented Raw, they've main evented WrestleMania. I mean, the women's division is just unbelievable, and they've taken it to new heights. Who probably no one would have thought was imaginable back in the '90s in the Attitude Era. So hats off to them. I couldn't do what they do,
Yeah. And Gina would like to know what made you originally decide to get into the WWE.
Probably just like everyone else. I was a fan growing up. From the age of 15, started watching it. Saw guys like John Cena and The Rock and Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and all those guys you watch when you're 14, 15 years old, and you look up to them like gods, and it's like, oh my god, that would be my dream job to do that. And
you actually did. So that's amazing. I mean, did you pinch yourself the first time you were in the ring?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the first time I was in Los Angeles here working out at the gym, some guy approached me. He said, "Hey, you got a good look. What do you do?" I was kind of training in the ring a little bit just for fun. I said, just working out, hanging out in California, and a little bit of wrestling. He goes, "Wow, wrestling?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I'm a scout for the WWE." And my heart almost sank. I mean, I was freaking out inside, but I was kind of playing it cool. And he took my photo, sent it to him, and got the invite to the tryout. So it was all a dream. And once I got that congratulations, we want to sign you, it was just like over from there. I was like, wow.
I really feel God has a plan, and he puts people in your path for different reasons. It's just meant to be. And you're like, here you are living out this childhood fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I didn't even train at that gym full time. I went there one time, that hour of the day he was there, and the stars aligned, and that's...
You went to that gym, wait a second, you went to that gym one time.
Yeah, I heard from a friend, because I love old school hardcore gyms, metal plates and all that kind of banging and banging. So I heard from a gym, we were talking, I'm like, oh, it's all rubber weights these days and LA Fitness and blah, blah, blah. He said, go to North Hollywood, there's a Gold's Gym there. It's very old school, small with the metal plates.
That was my gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought, I'll check it out. So I went there one time, and he was there, and it all happened from there.
And that was it. The rest is history. That's amazing.
Yep.
Who is your favorite wrestler? Do you have a favorite? I mean, well, let's tell everyone. First of all, you met Arnold more than once.
Met Arnold many times. He's lives just around the block. He trains at the same gym, Gold's Gym in Venice. So you see him there if I get up early enough, I'll see him there. But Arnold's cool. John Cena is the one that I first saw that kind of inspired me because he looked like a bodybuilder.
He did.
So I turned the TV on and I thought, oh wow, he looks pretty good,
Yeah.
And, I just started watching it from there. So some people might be switching off now that I said John Cena, but
no, not at all. Not at all.
that's the truth.
But not only have you met Arnold a few times, I know you also ran into Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, people might not know, but he invested into a gym called F45. It's kind of like high intensity training. I love it. I don't like cardio, but this makes cardio fun. So I'll drive up to the valley and go to F45 every now and then, and that's where he worked out. So
well, I know his workouts are intense to himself. I mean, I think he gets up like 3 a.m. or something, and he's just an animal.
He really is, and it shows for himself. I mean, when he did the movie Pain and Gain, he was huge, and then he comes down and gets shredded, and he was awesome, just down to earth, and working out next to him. It's like, what the hell? And I told my sister in Australia, she was a huge fan growing up of Mark, and she's like, what? Oh my god! So I got a little video with him saying hi and all that kind of stuff.
Cool. That's very cool. And tell me about Cuba Gooding Jr. How did you meet him?
That's a different story. That has nothing to do with the gym.
Oh, okay.
That was at a karaoke bar down on PCH.
Cool.
I forget what it was called, but yeah, he does karaoke every other week or whatnot, and
so cool.
he was just there. He was having a few drinks. We were having a few drinks, and you know what it's like when you have a few drinks. You get best friends with someone, and I called my sister up and FaceTimed her, and he was there. He grabbed my phone, and he was chatting with my sister in Australia, and she was loving it. So he was a great guy to
That's cool.
hang out with. Yeah.
Yeah, it's those, it's those moments that you don't expect that turn out to be the best ones.
Oh, for sure. I thought I'd be there for 20 minutes, just hey guys, how you doing, and then be out of there. But it was like 2 in the morning, and it was one of those nights. It was good.
So you also were doing modeling, correct? In 2018, January 2018, you started modeling?
Yeah, I mean, I did a little bit in Australia back in, I think, 2011. So there's a few younger photos of me doing the Aussie bum type stuff. But yeah, I got signed as a model with an agent, and the first thing I did was an onstage hair show, of all things. So I went on stage and got my hair cut in front of probably like 500 people.
Wow.
And that was an experience, That was an experience. I mean, I look different now with my long hair, opposed to all the photos you see from the wrestling.
I like the rugged look.
Yeah, people say they like it, and since the hairdressers were closed, I thought I'd let it go and get wild. So.
Yeah, I know. We went for months here. I was joking around saying how women who are very high maintenance, and that's not me. Over the next few months, like their hair extensions are going to fall out, the eyelashes are going to fall out, their gel manicures are going to get all messed up, gray hairs are going to come in, and no one's going to recognize them by the time they go out into public.
Exactly. It's kind of like me. It's like my dad texted me the other day. He goes, "Do you even know what a barber is? Like, go get a haircut." I'm like, "Sorry, I forgot what it is. What's a barber?" So I'll let it go, see what happens.
But you're modeling. Do you still model now?
Not as much. If the opportunities come my way, I'll take them. But yeah, I haven't done any for probably a good 12 months.
And you also worked security for some, Hollywood starlights, and you also worked the red carpet as well. Can you tell me how you fell into that?
Yeah, that was amazing. Good experiences getting on all the red carpets. I went to the Thor Ragnarok premiere.
Yeah, well, I saw the picture with you in The Rock, and I was like, there you go.
Right, and I was just talking to one of the bodyguards there who bodyguards The Rock and all that kind of stuff, and I said, that'll be a kind of a cool job just for fun and, on the side, meet different people and just be in the scene. So I inquired, and straight away they just hired me, and I thought, okay.
You definitely had the height and the build.
Yeah, I think that's what got me in. So, the next day I pretty much started, and I think it was like the Avengers premiere. So I put my suit on. I was driving to Hollywood, and they got me to open up all the car doors for Chris Pratt and Hemsworth and the whole cast. I was walking down the red carpet, so I was like, this is kind of cool,
Yeah,
for fun,
It's a nice gig.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Getting paid to be on the red carpet, and obviously the goal is to transition to me being the guest on the carpet, but this was the next best thing, and
right.
Carpet's always fun.
Well, we're gonna get into that. You wanted to get into acting, and you actually started acting in Australia, right?
Yeah. I after the trip to Los Angeles, it's like, wow, it's pretty cool. I would love to break into it. After my bodybuilding shows, so I signed up to an acting class and got an agent and just started going out on auditions and got a few little things here and there, a couple of known TV shows. People probably overseas wouldn't know them, but a couple of little things over there, and that was a great experience. And then obviously moved to America, and
yeah. Was it a hard decision to move here permanently since your family's so far away?
It wasn't hard for me because it's what I always wanted. I know it's only a 15-hour plane flight away, so I can go back whenever I want. Not really at this time of the year, but because of COVID. But yeah, it may seem like it's a far away, but for me, it's not. Jump on a plane, I can be there in a day, and with Zoom and FaceTime and everything, it feels like I'm in the room with them. So,
right.
As much as I miss them in person, I mean, they've come out 3 times to visit me. So,
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's I miss them, but
Think they'll ever plan on moving here permanently as well, or not really?
no, I don't think so. They've grown up all their whole life in Australia. That's their home, and there's really nothing for them here opposed to there. So
Yeah.
I'll take care of business out here, and I'll bring it back with me to them.
Yeah. Kristen just said everyone loves John Cena, so you're all good.
Thank you.
All right, listen, we're going to take another quick break and hear from my sponsors. So don't go away, everybody. We have a lot more with Chris Atkins when we come back. Stay right there.
So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God. We all get married with no intention to get divorced and want that happily ever after. Unfortunately, 50% of marriages don't survive. Kim Tinsley can help you navigate, negotiate, and mediate your divorce. Please give Kim a call at 516-972-3214. That's 516-972-3214.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Tea Time. How's it going? I'm so glad you joined me tonight. I'm with actor and model and former WWE Chris Atkins. Everybody's tuning in. Hello, Karen. Hi, Sheila. So now let's get to your acting, because you wanted to move here and you wanted to sink your teeth into acting, and you've done some stuff in Australia and then you came here. What do you find is the difference between, acting and working in Australia compared to LA and California, which is like, the major hot hub of everyone wanting to be an actor?
Right. I mean, the competition in Los Angeles is a lot more than Melbourne, Australia. But then again, the industry is so big here, I kind of feel like there's little room for everyone. But the biggest difference for me, I think, is just opportunity in terms of how much is going on. Because here, I might get 3 auditions in one day. So I'm driving from Hollywood to Santa Monica to Venice to do 3 auditions. But Australia, I think the most I got was like one a month every now and then. But then again, different circumstances. I was starting, I was 19, 20, didn't really have anything behind me. Whereas here in LA, I have WWE on my resume, which definitely helps me get in the room. And
absolutely helps. Absolutely. Yeah. When you list those hobbies at the bottom of the resume, it comes in handy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So I think that's the biggest difference. Otherwise it's just trying to climb that ladder,
Yeah, I know, because I'm here in New York trying to do it myself. And I'm part of an off-Broadway traveling show. And right now I'm in an independent film that was put on hold for a few months, but I'm hopefully going to start shooting again. And I actually thought, is it worth moving to LA? And two different acting people actually, because I study with a lot of different people, but they said there's so much work here in New York. Most of your sitcoms are filmed on the West Coast, but Blue Bloods and Law and Order and a lot of dramas are being filmed here. So like, you know what? There's so much work right now in New York that, it's okay to stay, because I know there was a big surge and, there was the gold rush and then there was the act rush.
Right.
But, I
wouldn't be too worried and rush out here. I mean, New York's probably got just as many, if not more, opportunity than here.
Yeah.
And I heard Atlanta's pretty big too with the movie business. So
Georgia is booming.
Yeah.
And I want to mention some things that you were in, and correct me, like I said, if my fun facts are wrong. But you did something called Celebrity Sweat. What was that?
Yeah, funny enough, there's the guy who scouted me for WWE. Eric the trainer. He has his own TV show called Celebrity Sweat, and he goes to celebrities, WWE or TV personalities, and he will delve into their fitness routine, see how they stay in shape. Like Terry Crews, for instance, how does he stay so amazingly in shape? So he invited me on his show one time and did like a co-host thing with him, which was awesome, up at his gym in the Valley. And yeah, that was a good experience.
Speaking about working out, I know a lot of people want to know how often you work out and how long your routine is, and do you do any kind of muscle confusion, and what did it consist of?
Yeah, I mean, I started with the basic bodybuilding routine, 5 days a week, pretty much Monday to Friday, 1 day chest, 1 day back, 1 day arms, legs, and then shoulders. So split routine just like that, and I still do that to this day, so really nothing changes. I started off light, between 15 to 20 reps to warm up, and then I add the weight on and pyramid the weight up till I get down to between like 8 to 10 reps to really put the strain under the muscle and force it to grow.
More weight, less reps.
Yeah, because the more weight you put on, obviously the heavier it is, so you can only do so many reps. But the idea in the gym is to get in there, break down the muscle and make it feel something it's never felt before in order to make it grow. And then you get out of the gym, and that's when the growing really begins, because that's when you have to eat enough nutrients like food, protein, carbs, and fats to feed the muscle that you've just broken down bigger and stronger, so that next time you can lift more. That's the idea of it.
Yeah, because it has to recover. The muscle also needs time to recover, and that's why you work different body parts.
Yeah, everyone's different. Some people like training one body part twice a week. Some people train it once a week. I like probably once a week. That way I can recover more.
I know that because I was in 2 car accidents. So I have 3 herniated discs in my neck.
Oh.
So my upper body's not as strong as I'd like it to be, but I know a strong core is very important. So
yeah.
planks. Is there anything you do for your core, like maybe reverse crunches? Where you're sitting at the leaning and you're lifting your legs up. I've done that. But is there anything you do specifically for your core?
Yeah, WWE, I learned a lot about core work. Having someone held up above your head like here and not dropping them. If you got a weak core, they're not going to be very safe up there. So we were working core, every day we were there. For me, it was more just basic ab work, sit-ups, crunches, hanging leg raises, Roman chairs, and a lot of my core work comes from stuff like deadlifts and even the squat, because when you do those exercises, you keep the core tight, because if you relax it, that's when injuries can happen. You'll strain your lower back. So just keeping this tight throughout every exercise you do, helps strengthen it for me.
Yeah. I know the gyms are still closed here, and I know they're closed by you. So how has your workout changed, doing it at home?
Shattered.
Like a piece that was missing.
Yeah, they closed down, and then I heard they were opening up, so I got really excited. And they did open up for like probably 5 weeks, and throughout that time, I dropped about 20 pounds while the gyms were closed. I used to be big, and now I've kind of shrunk down a little bit. And then I kind of put that back on, so I was feeling good and, feeling strong and in shape again. And I got the word the gyms are closing again. That was about 10 days ago, so now I've shrunk down a little more, but I'm doing what I can at home. I got a basic barbell. I got 2 dumbbells, and I just do the curls. I do the tricep extensions, push-ups. I'll do the barbell row for the back.
Yeah. Well, because everyone can work out at home, but it's different when you're in a gym. It's different when you're in a gym.
For me, it's totally different, just from all the machines, all the different angles. I think I've only got like 60 pounds worth of weights here at home, so I'm doing like 20 reps just before I feel something.
Yeah, that's better for you.
Yeah, the gym is like a therapy, so it's like get in there for an hour, come out, feel great, revitalized, and attack the day.
So let's get back into the acting. So you did Celebrity Sweat, and then you did something called the Barzura Project. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, that was a little series on channel ABC in Australia.
Uh-huh.
It was a fun shoot. It was in a hotel room. I was nothing sexual or nudity, but it was a shower scene, so they did portray my body as muscular and all that kind of stuff. But I never really got to see the finished product.
Really?
So I don't know how it turned out, but
There's a bunch of stuff I've done that I've never seen either.
I know it's weird, but I wish they would send it to me. Sorry, I have it, but I'd do it, forget it, and on to the next one.
Getting back to your family, your family's so supportive of you, and they actually told you to keep going and chase your dreams.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, my dad always says, make it happen. Make it happen. They'll never discourage me from anything, from bodybuilding to wrestling. It's like, yep, go get it. It's never once, oh, you can't do that. Nah, stay here. It's your life. Go chase your dreams, and I owe a lot to them.
It's a beautiful thing when you have that family support.
Yeah, for sure. It makes you feel whole, and I probably wouldn't be here without them, because early on when I moved out here, I didn't have much. I moved over here with a backpack and a couple $100. So
yeah.
I think they bought my plane ticket, helped me out there. So I wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah, that's great. And how many siblings do you have? Is it just a sister?
Just the one older sister, yeah. Just the one. She's a hoot. She's amazing. She's a clown in a good way.
Yeah.
She's a jokester, a prankster. We never argue. Besides that one time she kicked me through a cupboard door. I was annoying her and she kicked me through a cupboard door. We were kids, but
Last time you annoyed her.
yeah, just that one time.
How many years apart are you?
Sorry?
How many years apart are you?
Just one. I'm 31 and she's 32.
Well, so you're close in age. That's nice.
Yeah. She came over, went to Vegas together and New Orleans with my sister and my mom and partied it up. So we had a good time.
That's nice. My sister and I are 2 years apart, and my brother and I are 10 years apart. So
that's decent.
big difference. So listen, you are shaking and moving and grooving there. You did sign with an agency in LA?
I did, yeah.
And what's the name of the agency?
I just started with them, called Master Talent Agent.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started with them. So yeah, it's a little tough, during these times, of course, to sign with a new agent. But the opportunity was there, and I took it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and you also did a pilot called Primitive with Billy Burke, is it?
Billy Burke.
Burke.
He played the dad in Twilight.
Billy Burke.
Yeah, that was great. Being on set for Primitive, it was I believe produced by Chris Brown, so it's got some name behind it. I think they're post-production now, looking to get on Netflix, so I really think it'll get picked up.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'll be awesome. Also, upcoming project is K-Town. Once we can open up and go to New Jersey, it's supposed to be filming in Jersey, so yeah, I'm looking forward to all the future projects.
And K-Town is starring Tom Sizemore, and Daniel Baldwin is in that as well, right?
Yeah, correct.
That's exciting. That's great.
That's really exciting. A few big names in there.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Jersey?
Yes, I have. From Manhattan, we caught the train through Jersey to Philadelphia, I believe.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't get a good look around Jersey, but from the train window, I got a good look.
Now, do you know when you'll be filming there?
They've told us it's whenever things kind of open up. They don't even know themselves. I mean, it would have probably been filming in July, now. But
every state's so different. I know my parents are in Florida, and they're going to be coming up the beginning of August. I'm so excited and thrilled that they're coming up. But I know they have to quarantine for 2 weeks when they come up here.
Yeah, it's just you can have a whole trip in 2 weeks, let alone just quarantine. But
No.
I mean, if it's what we have to do, it's what we have to do. Whatever it takes to stay safe, you just do what you have to do. But that's where the WWE was in Florida, so I know Florida pretty well.
Yeah. What part of Florida were you there at all? You were living in Florida when you were wrestling, or no?
Yeah, I was living there, Orlando.
Oh, Orlando. Okay.
Yeah, but we would travel all around. You know, we'd go to Tampa for shows, we'd go to Jacksonville, and pretty much all over.
That's so cool. You had a total of 11 matches.
On NXT TV, yeah. And then we did the whole Florida loop, which were untelevised, of course. So I did many matches there as well.
Right.
So,
Right.
good times. I came out uninjured, thank God. You know, no broken
Yes,
bones.
thank God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you can walk away from that profession uninjured, you're doing pretty good.
Absolutely. So basically, K Town is the one that you're like waiting to be able to film, correct?
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's another one called Old Man Jackson, which I got cast in.
Oh, that's great.
Which yeah, we'll film in Texas.
Okay, so Old Man Jackson is in Texas, and what part will you be playing in that? And is that a drama?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I will be playing a firefighter who I believe is the lead role's love interest.
Nice. Great, Chris.
Yeah, so
Lucky girl.
yeah, a few things coming up. Just gotta wait and see when the date is.
And K-Town's gonna be a series, right? It's gonna be a series?
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be a series. Yeah.
That's
Whereas Old Man Jackson, I think, will be a movie.
Right. That's amazing. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight and watching. Please like and share the show. We're going to take one quick last break from my sponsors, and we'll be right back with Chris Atkins. Stay right there.
So where do you want to go tonight?
Are you bored?
Oh my God.
Hold on tight. We're gonna coast this.
We all get married with no intention to get divorced and want that happily ever after. Unfortunately, 50% of marriages don't survive. Kim Tinsley can help you navigate, negotiate, and mediate your divorce. Please give Kim a call at 516-972-3214. That's 516-972-3214.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you joined me tonight. I'm here with actor, model, former WWE wrestler Chris Atkins is in the house, originally from Australia. So ladies, you're very welcome. He's easy on the eyes and he sounds lovely. And we've been talking that he's dabbled in a little of everything. He's done security, he's walked the red carpet, and he's involved in these upcoming shows. One's called Cape Town, and the other one's called Old Man Jackson. So, with COVID going on, we all have to stay safe and, wait patiently until we can start moving again, because everyone's in the entertainment industry for the last, industry to come back from this. As you know, Broadway's closed. And first, they were actually going to open September 6th, which is on my birthday. And I got excited that they were going to open on my birthday. And then they said, no, looks like it's going to be after the year. And now they're not even sure, because, as you know, when they bring people back in, it's probably going to be half the capacity, maybe every other row, 6 feet apart. And you know as well as I know, if you can't sell out shows, you can't pay people what they used to getting paid either, because they're not bringing in the money's. But Chris is a guy who came over here from Australia with the blessing of his parents to keep going and don't give up and chase. And that's half the battle, is having such a support system behind you. You know that I told the story briefly. I'll tell it real quick. But I wanted to go to high school in Manhattan, and my parents didn't really want me to. They were worried for me. not that they discouraged me, but they didn't encourage me either. So to have that, now that I'm older, they're like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, yeah, how many years do I have left? It's like, I'm no spring chicken, but, we only go around once.
Yeah.
And, I say, like you just, we all have a bucket list. We all, want to do certain things,
Right.
to accomplish in our lives. Phil passed away on Friday, and here was a man, 1 month shy of his 89th birthday, and he was on TV and did a lot of things throughout his career, but his career really took off when he was in his 50s.
Right.
He did the show with Kathy Lee, so it's never too late to do.
It just goes to show it's never too late. Some people who are in their 50s and 60s are like, "Oh, I'm done. My time's over." It's like, no, it's not. Go
No,
do what you haven't. I always say when I'm 60 or 70, I'd rather say, "Oh, I regret doing that," opposed to I wish I had tried that. I don't want to have any wishes left. I want to try everything I always kind of desired, and if it doesn't work out, I say, what's the worst that can happen? I go back to Australia and movie with my parents. It's
a
like,
lot of people have like a fear and like a no. I call it the no syndrome, where they just say no and
yeah,
they don't want to try. And I'm the opposite. I'm a very upbeat, positive person because of so many things that I've gone through in my life throughout the years. And I don't say no. I say yes to everything.
just like Jim Carrey and Yes Man.
Yeah, because you never know. You never know where it's going to take you or who you're going to meet or, and in our industry, it's a lot about making connections and networking.
For sure. That's everything. I mean, that's how I get my agents. That's how I got my roles, It's not necessarily out of auditions. It's going out and meeting people, directors and producers, and just having a personality to make them remember you, even if they don't give you the job from that audition, 6 months' time, if you get another audition at the same casting agent, they'll remember you, and that's what you want, So it's all about just being personable and having larger than life and character, and
Do you feel what role do you feel most comfortable playing? Do you like drama? Do you like comedy? Do you like everything? Is there a certain part that you always want to play, and who would you want to play it with?
I mean, I enjoy doing drama, so drama is definitely probably the main thing. Every guy growing up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger and Commando and Predator wants to be an action hero, so I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. Especially with all the Marvel characters now, and seeing the Thors and all those kind of people, that would be amazing to get a Marvel character or something like that. Everywhere I go, I get Thor.
You're putting it out into the universe, so it'll happen.
Put it out there. Put it out there. So.
Absolutely. We only have about five more minutes left. I told you this goes fast. Kristen Tinsley would like to know, since the gyms are closed and we can't increase weight, do you have any recommendations for
So to make my workouts more, extreme because of that, I'll either do more reps, I will lower the rest periods in between sets, or I will superset. So I will do, say, push-ups, and then I'll go into a fly with the dumbbells, just to completely shock the body and mix it up, and just keep going till it burns. They say the set doesn't start until it starts hurting. Mm-hmm. So you might do 20 reps and not really feel much, and then on the 21st rep you start to feel it. That's when you start counting. So that's rep number 1.
Right.
It's all about shocking the body. I don't really do much cardio, but if I was, I'd run around the block. Well,
walking. They say walking is the best type of cardio.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the morning on an empty stomach. Fasted cardio, 20-30 minute walk. That'll burn the fat like nothing else. So
Yeah. No, that's good to know, because there's a lot of controversy about should you have a little something before you work out or do it on an empty stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, everyone is different. What works for someone isn't going to work for you. So
Yeah.
for me, when I was getting ready for my bodybuilding shows, I would do 20 minutes on an empty stomach on a treadmill. And that ripped me up pretty good, you know. So that worked for me, where someone else will do that and they might burn the muscle away.
Right.
So some people might need the food in their system.
So let's say a person like me and people watching, because I've struggled with weight my entire life. What is more important to look at? Is it the BMI, the body mass index? Is it what the scale says? Is it the size of the clothes? I mean, what should a person? I mean, that weight, that chart, that where it takes your height and tells you what you weigh depending on what age. I mean,
Right.
if someone's really looking to get healthy or get into shape, what's the best advice you would give them?
Well, coming from bodybuilding, they say the mirror is your best judgment. You know, you're looking into the mirror and you can see what you need to work on. Whether you need to bring up the shoulders or bring in the waist and make the waist smaller. Scales and weight is just that. It's just numbers, you know. Back in the day, the bodybuilders weighed 190 pounds, yet they look better than the guys who weigh 280 pounds today. So the mirror is always the best judgment. If you look in the mirror, you can kind of pinpoint the areas you want to work on, and then you work on them. You target those areas, or you know. I go by the mirror.
Great advice.
Yeah.
I think most of us look better without clothes on. You know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people only looking at the mirror from the neck up. Not too many people really want to stand in front of the mirror and analyze themselves. But I think it's a great piece of advice.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, the scale can work, you know. Having a number in mind can be motivating too. If you want to drop 20 pounds and you don't monitor the scale, well, you're not going to know. So the scale can work just as good as the mirror if you're looking for a target. Anything that motivates you. If it's a number on the scale, that motivates you. If it's looking on the mirror,
or a pair of jeans that are like a size smaller and you want to get into
yeah, you put those jeans on.
Yeah.
Wake up and you see them, and it'll motivate you to go do the actions that you need to do to get there. So it's stuff like that, you know.
Who would be your dream opponent in an action film? Thank you for asking.
I'm going to have to say fellow WWE superstar Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Since he's probably the highest paid actor right now and he's got the most traction in Hollywood, to be opposite him.
It's amazing how his career just propelled, really.
Yeah. From where he came from, what he's done, I mean, to go head-to-head with him on screen would be a dream come true. So.
That'll be amazing. Well, listen, Chris, we have 1 more minute left. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like the show and share it. And I want people to be able to follow you. So he's on Facebook as Chris Atkins, and you're on Instagram as Chris_Atkins89.
Correct.
Is there anywhere else that you want to mention that they can follow you?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got my Facebook fan page, which is if you type in actor Chris Atkins.
Actor Chris Atkins. Did everyone get that? Actor Chris Atkins. So you can follow that too. That's great. Well, listen, I want to wrap up. I want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
For joining me, and stay right there because we're going to talk real quick before we go off. But I want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in. Please join me again next week on Tea Time. Everyone stay safe. Wash your hands, wear a mask, do what you need to do. All right? And stay well. Ciao, everybody. I'll see you next week.
Ciao. Thank you, guys.